I am not saying we scrap vaginas tomorrow. What do you mean? I'm saying if you remove emotion, social programming, and 200,000 years of conditioning, the vagina has badly optimized interface. I saw one tweet. I swear to God, straight guys just gotta come out of the closet because, you know, they're not straight, and they should stop claiming that their lack of interest in women is based on women not being like good enough for them. If my wife can't do my laundry, then I'd rather marry a fellow man, because then we'd have a lot of interesting things to talk about, like football, etc. I swear to God, quote unquote straight guys are the gayest dudes ever. You know, just because your wife doesn't want to be your mom doesn't mean that is the reason why you're more interested in men. You can be gay. You don't need to, like, submit to a cishet normative society. Just submit to a fellow man. Marry your homies. Just be gay, dude. It's not that deep. It's not that hard. That's like, oh my god, I saw like some Am I the Asshole thing. As a straight man, vaginas are badly optimized interfaces, and I would prefer them evolutionarily eradicated. I'm a straight man. I love women. I'm not closeted. I'm not trolling. I'm just done pretending that vaginas are these sacred, sexy temples of divine femininity. They are not. They are a mess, both in design and function. If evolution had any sense of symmetry, women would have ended up with penises, and the world would be better for it. You know, if you want to date women with penises, you can do that. It is very valid for you to date women with penises. There's nothing gay about that. As a straight man, you can date women with penises. Aesthetically speaking, vaginas are chaos incarnate. They make hardly any sense. There's no standard layout, no symmetry, no visual logic. Folds on folds, lips of random length, hidden bits, and inconsistent shapes. Compare that to the penis. Sleek, functional, symmetrical. Whether flaccid or hard, it has a cohesive structure. Vaginas look like they're trying to be secretive. This goes on. This is like a long fucking pose, just so you know. The clitoris is great, so why is it buried? The main engine of female pleasure, which is the clitoris, is basically buried treasure with a map prerequisite and terms, conditions, wall of text you have to read and agree. You need to spread folds, shift skins, and sometimes ask for directions. If women had small penises instead, like literally just the clit externalized, it makes so much more sense. You know, that exists. Women with small penises exist. Go live your truth. Live your life. Live your preference. You don't have to come up with this weird, like, cishet normative, like, reason of, like, oh, it's for the bloodline. Oh, it's for breeding purposes. That gaslights you into believing that you cannot date women with penises. You do not need to do this. You don't have to endure the suffering of the complications in design of, like, a vagina just to fit in and be, like, considered normal. You be you. You're so valid. The main engine of female pleasure, which is the clitoris, is basically buried treasure with map prerequisite and terms conditions. It's crazy. That is a crazy fucking, you know, sentence. Also not that complicated to find the clit. When it comes to symmetry and whatnot, honestly, I strongly believe that aesthetically speaking, my, you know, neo-vagina after bottom surgery is actually superior. And also because it's a disassembly of, and like a repurposing of the male genitalia, which this guy, this straight man, is so deeply in love with. The clitoris is actually like a little bit bigger. What did I join into? As a straight man, vaginas are badly optimized interfaces. And previously, if my wife can't do my laundry, then I'd rather marry a fellow man. Quote unquote straight men being the gayest dudes out there. And trying to find a justification and being gay in like the failure of women fulfilling like traditional feminine roles, right? It's like, oh, I would rather date a femboy because like women are too inferior and too needy and whatnot. But yeah, this post goes on forever. Then speaking of health, vaginas are high maintenance liability. I don't know why cats keep pretending like the vagina is low effort. It's an internal organ exposed to the outside world. Constant discharge, blood once a month, pH balance issues, yeast infections, bacterial vaginosis, UTIs from having sex, quote unquote, too rough. Oh, wiping the wrong direction. It's like maintaining a biohazard you can't even fully see. I just wash penis with soap. That's pretty gay. Using soap, actually, very gay. If women had external genitalia like men, some do, half of the medical aisle would be obsolete. If male and female genitalia looked the same, then half of the medical aisle would be obsolete. Why can't we do this? Why did evolution not do this? She's our reason sex is less satisfying than it should be. As a straight man, I want to love vaginal sex, but it's unpredictable. Sometimes it's too tight, sometimes there's no sensation, sometimes the angle is wrong and it just hurts her. Meanwhile, if both partners had penises, you get clear stimulation, shared mechanics, and direct communication. Sex would be more mutual instead of this asymmetrical guessing game where one person is always hoping they did enough. Bro, go suck dick. Society would function differently and better at that because a lot of toxic gender dynamics come from the invisibility of female desire. That is a huge stretch. Hey, oh my god. Yeah, actually, society's dysfunction and like the gender war and whatnot is because, like, women need to, like, fake orgasms because they are not pleasured enough by the man. If women had a visible arousal, like a literal bulge when turned on, people might actually take their sexuality seriously. Okay, we know how, like, men fear women with bulges. No more she's playing hard to get games. Oh my god, this would be, like, so fucking awful. It's just going to be like, she said no, but actually her bulge was enlarged, so I actually took it as a yes. Your Honor, I took it as a yes because of her bulge. Actually, she looked stimulated. If she is hot, she's horny, simple, equal, transparent. That alone could kill half of the patriarchy sexual double standards. I feel like bro is drawing like, you know, he's going on like wild tangents here. Why shame? Women's clothes are designed around hiding a secret. What? Pads, tampons, panty liners, or what it's called, they are all shame, silence. Why is female healthcare and like, you know, tampons and so on, why is that being shamed? Why are women shamed for like, you know, having a period? Is it because men are like disgusted by it? Why are women being shamed for being like sexual? Who is shaming women? It can't be men. I just walk without having to pretend I'm shy of my anatomy. Yeah, because you have, you know, a certain privilege. Imagine if women had external genitalia, then there'd be no cultural obsession with tightness of virginity. No more locker room myth, just genital equality out in the open. No more euphemisms, no more taboo. Just body parts. You know, we could have that without, you know, like men shaming women for their anatomy. And, you know, like having female healthcare and like sexual activity be scrutinized constantly. In fact, even porn would benefit. You ever notice how weird vaginas look in porn unless the angle is just right? You know, there are women with penises in porn too. It's a huge industry, actually. It's often just some weird flashy portal and the camera's trying to find a way to make it look like anything other than what it is. So small feminine fellas would solve that. What? Oh my god. My final thought is, I am not saying we scrap vaginas tomorrow. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm saying if you remove emotion, social programming, and 200,000 years of conditioning, the vagina has badly optimized interface. High maintenance, hard to navigate, and visually chaotic. The penis, despite its own disadvantages, is a superior design. And if women had it streamlined, sensitive, and functional, the world would be simpler, sex would be clearer, and culture would be more honest. You know what would fix society? If males and females were identical. This isn't about being gay, insecure, or onto some shit. It's about seeing past the worship and calling out a flawed design when I see one. Added 2 cats who are seriously saying this means I'm gay. Imagine 50 Cent with a vagina, Jennifer Lopez with a penis. Which one is more feminine? This reminds me of Andrew Tate.
Would you rather have sex with a transsexual, which is a legitimate 10, or a woman, which is a legitimate 1? And everyone's sitting there clicking woman, 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 because they think they're going to be gay if they do anything else. But they're not actually thinking about the question. I am so smart. I operate on so many levels higher than the average man. You people are not thinking about the question. When I say a 1 and a 10, I mean Megan Fox with a dick. That's or Hulk Hogan with a. That's the girl.
Oh my god.
This is the question I'm asking. Megan Fox or Hulk Hogan? You need to operate on a higher plane. Think about this. This is important. This is cultural. This affects the world we now live in. What is straight? What is gay? It's all a big sliding spectrum, isn't it? Because you're going to see
Fucking laugh in the background.
So he's pro?
It's gay to bang Megan Fox with a. I counter that argument. It's gay to bang Hulk Hogan with a.
It is so weird because, like, if you take away like the misogynistic part and whatnot, and you know the quote unquote like the transsexuals, and you make it about like, you know, is it gay for a straight man to date a trans woman, or is it gay for like a straight man to date a trans man because of like genitalia? You would actually have like a progressive take that, like, you know, a straight man dating a woman, a trans woman, or, you know, is actually straight. Like a cis man dating a trans man is actually gay. This question here kind of reminds me of that. Like, yeah, a trans woman, a woman, is more feminine than a trans man. That's correct. Stereotypical, like, trans women that fulfill, like, stereotypical gender roles and trans men that fulfill, like, stereotypical gender norms. Because, like, you know, there are trans men who are femboys. And there are trans women who are tomboys. Added to 2 women who are saying that this insults women. You are implying that womanhood is about sexual genitalia, effectively sexualizing women, which is exactly what your textbook misogynist would do. Let me update this. But yeah, I thought this was funny. I feel like quote unquote like straight dudes typically say like the gayest ever. I also saw this. This was like some wild. Let me see if I can like find this. Oh, it got deleted. There was this one clip where like some construction worker was like dry humping like his coworker who was like in a tube. Not the same clip, but it was like something like this. And it's just crazy because like guys will do this. They will like start dry humping each other, and it's going to be like so funny, ha ha ha. And then they call you like the F-slur if you're actually like in a consensual relationship. Meant to be crazy. You know, like the joke is sexual assault, right? Like if you didn't get it, why it's like funny and whatnot, it's because, you know, it's because haha sexual assault. Just so we're like on the same page with it. I worked in a paint shop and I can't tell you how many sausage jokes I heard. Boys will be boys type of like locker room. Guys will say the random like gayest shit ever, and then they would call you like the Elsa because you have like a boyfriend. Me playing Valorant, you have like quote unquote straight guys just like starting to flirt with each other because like haha it's so funny. Can you imagine if we were just like gay? The logic is effectively SA, funny, not sexual at all, better than being gay, consensual gay relationship, evil, gay, not masculine at all. Yeah, many such cases. Trying to fix the public image of men by being a good person just for Andrew Tate wannabes to exist in public. It's crazy how much damage Andrew Tate and co have caused when it comes to young men. There's nothing more gay than a group of straight guys, yeah. Like the gym bro straight guys, you know, like complimenting each other's pecs. Oh, your breasts are so nice and firm.